Welcome to Dream Factory Live. Uh,
Hi,
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sandy?
Good. I'm good. Yes, so this is Dream Factory Live. We're here to explore all things career, creative, and human. I'm Sandy Taylor, certified coach and founder of Dream Factory Coaching. Today, we're going to be talking about the pivot, the hard turn, the adaptation that so many of us as creative professionals are having to make in the face of such a rapidly changing industry. And so we have Jacqui Otano here. She's a digital producer and a brilliant musician as well. So she was really seeing both sides of this as a helping professional in the field, and also as an artist herself. So welcome, Jackie.
Thank you. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
So Jackie is, above all else, a storyteller. And in addition to being a well-versed video producer, she's incredible. She's also a content creator as well as a trained jazz vocalist, and a songwriter. So we would love, I think, Jackie, what do you think about this? Maybe sometime we can have you back as an artist feature so you can sing for us.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, we should do something together.
Yeah, I would love that
Something
too.
from the old days, maybe.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so Jackie and I have been friends for a long time. We actually grew up together, and now we work together a lot. We're colleagues and fellow business owners, and Jackie's one of my favorite people in the world to collaborate with. She's always coming up with innovative ideas, and a lot of times they are collaborative. So we've been having a lot of fun, and she makes everything look really, really good.
Thanks, Sandy. Well, all of our collaboration started because of our work together with you as my coach and my project captain. That's what I call you now, my project captain, because you steer the ship like crazy, and you've made so many things come to fruition that were just ideas in the sky. So yeah, it's been amazing to collaborate with you as well and to have conversations like these, because I think we both have a lot of things in common, but definitely unique perspectives to bring to the table to share with people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for saying that. Jackie did the promo video for Dream Factory. So if you want to see a highlight of our work together, dreamfactorycoaching.com, you'll see some of her work. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was so fun, and we turned it around fast.
And you were at the whole concept for it, so it's a true collaboration. I mean, you were full director on that, so it's equal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I like the most about your work, Jackie, is that you really capture the person in the story. Like, you find the essence of the human and bring that out, even though, a lot of times it's for businesses that you're working on. And that's the story that's interesting for an audience to actually engage with and connect to. So that's another thing that I appreciate about what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. In that vein, I would love for you to explain, like, what exactly is digital storytelling?
Well, storytelling in itself is, it's one of the oldest art forms and forms of communication, a way of passing around news. It's the oldest form of journalism. I mean, it's how we capture our existence in this life, right? So it can come in the forms of like music or writing or all kinds of different media. So to me, like, storytelling is an artifact that we leave behind, but because we are in these modern times, we're not leaving behind fossils anymore to tell our stories. Like archaeologists, they go and they dig up bones, and they're trying to conjure up stories of the kinds of lives that these people lived, so that we can learn from their lives and from their history. But now in this time, we are leaving behind the digital artifacts, which are the videos and the music and everything that comes in pixels and code that we are leaving behind. And digital storytelling is part of that. And it can be anything. It could be, again, like videos or music or really any of it. And I specialize in the video portion of it. So I capture interviews that will be used in like a story piece that could promote a business or just a story that needs to be told.
Yeah, so true. And so can you speak to a little bit to why the digital part is so important for today's creative professionals?
Well, it's the way that we communicate, and we have a lot of power because of that. We can reach a wide audience. If you think about like way back in the day when people were writing songs or creating their version of storytelling, it might take years for that story to get across the land to the town that was 5 towns over. But now we can write a story and just put it out into the ether, and we can reach the whole world. So it's something we can take advantage of, and I think it's important that we embrace those tools, especially because they are so consumer friendly and everybody can do it. And I think that's what we're learning in this lockdown, that people are being forced to learn a lot of things, and I think it's a good thing because they're facing things that they thought they could never do before, but they have to do it, and they're going through lots of growing pains, but at least now they have this new skill set. So it's really cool to see people adapting to using all these digital tools that we have available.
Yeah, totally. So what are you working on right now? And I guess like fast forward to now, have you had to adjust any of your projects based on being on lockdown? And I know you're coming to us from Puerto Rico, and what is your world like right now? What have you had to adapt because of the situation we're all in?
It's been actually very busy. I've actually really had trouble like fitting everything into the day, which is great. I'm lucky that I have a lot of things going on. One of the things that I had to really adapt to was the fact that I came here to Puerto Rico. I moved here in November because I was recording and writing an album, and I wanted to immerse myself in the culture and the music and the language and the food, because I am Puerto Rican, but I grew up in the States. So I just wanted to get to the native source of everything so that I could learn about it. And I was starting to make some really good connections, and I had an opportunity to go to some really great festivals and concerts, and that was awesome. But obviously everything came to a halt. And so I had to go through a grieving period with that particular project and realize that it either needs to be postponed or will evolve into something else. And the result is, after getting a lot of counsel and advice from friends and coaches and the people who keep me on a straight line, I decided that I'm going to go ahead and record some of that project, but I'm going to do it remotely, and I'm going to collaborate with people in this new way that everybody's collaborating, because I want to keep up with the times, and it's what people are doing now. It's like a new genre of music that's being created, and I want to be part of it.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So
you're on the front lines of the evolution of an art form is what's happening. Like there's a renaissance because we're all forced into a new situation that has like expedited the evolution of all of these different things, especially the arts, because we can't be in person, we can't be in practice rooms, we can't be singing next to each other, in venues for concerts. I mean, so we're having to find these different ways to connect and keep the art forms alive, which I find it was initially very heartbreaking, and now I find so inspiring, because we're figuring it out.
we have to. I mean, it's not, people keep saying like, oh, it's a great time to start a new hobby. But for a lot of people, we're being thrown into the deep end. And everybody is. I'm not saying just creative professionals. Everybody is learning to adapt, even if it means like coming up with a whole new structure for how to teach your kids how to do online class. That is a full-time friggin' job, man. And they are adapting as well. So being forced into it is maybe sometimes the best way to learn something. And, we have to survive. We're all using our lizard brains to survive in the desert. And we're going to do what it takes to keep everything alive. And it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what specifically are you working on? What are the projects you've been enjoying?
Well, I'll tell you one music thing, and then I'll go on to the other video thing, since both my sides are talking right now. So one thing that was really cool is there's this show that happens every month in New York at Zinc Bar called Vocal Mania, and that is produced by Janice Siegel and Lauren Kinnan. Mm-hmm. And I've been helping them produce that to be a virtual show, which is crazy.
Awesome.
Well, we have all birthed a baby, and that is going to air this Sunday, and that's something I've been spending a lot of time on. It's been really cool to be part of that.
Very cool.
Yeah, just seeing how a real life concert could come completely into the internet. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, totally. It's all new, right?
It's all new. Yeah, we're all learning.
That's right.
And then the other stuff, I mean, there's so much. Like, I wrote down a list because I knew you were going to ask me what I was working on. Yeah, so it's been a mixture of like fun things and work things that are still also fun because I love my job. But like the fun things have been like some virtual concerts. I did some dance parties with friends. I did some music collaborations. And then I also started a YouTube channel where I am training people on how to like deal with some of these video tools that might be new to them. And I just kind of train them on how to like host cloud dance parties and things like that.
Cool. Can you show that to us?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So let's see here.
I want to see what a virtual dance party looks like.
Okay, cool. So should I also share my computer sound is my question.
You certainly can, yes. I think
okay.
That's best.
Beautiful. Okay, I'll share my desktop and hopefully there's nothing weird on there. Can you see?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So these are the trainings that I have for now. I've also got some music stuff up there. I'm learning too, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to separate all the different kinds of projects that I'm working on. Right now, it's just a big old collage of everything I'm doing. So this is the training of the dance party where I kind of just walk through. I'm just
Spotify and
you.
Accurate. Go to make a new playlist. You go to File, New Playlist.
So I'm kind of just teaching you how to do it.
And
it's
go back
a whole
to
long tutorial. And then at the end, I have my friends.
And this is your audio.
There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh gosh, I hope I don't have to go pay J-Lo now for that 5 seconds I just played for you.
I hope so too.
J-Lo, give me a break.
Please.
So yeah, that's one example. And then I've also been doing these virtual collaborations. I would love to show you one that I just finished if we have time. I think it's a little over a minute. Do we have time?
Yes, we certainly do.
Okay, I think you're gonna like this one. I've been watching a lot of Disney movies lately, and I love when the animated castle comes on and then the theme comes on, and it's just like makes you feel like a kid again.
That is amazing.
Those are my two friends, Chris Gelb and Antonio Trujos, and they have some amazing projects. Antonio does these virtual big bands that are incredible. I'd love to put his handle in the comments if we can after this, because he's doing some incredible stuff. And Chris too is just like an impeccable musician. I love working with the two of them.
Yeah, let's definitely tag them, and let's also tag Janice and Lauren so that the Vocal Mania gets up there.
For sure.
Yeah, that's great. Amazing. Okay, so that's Music Cloud Lab, or is that your YouTube channel?
So I did start this thing called Music Cloud Lab in the beginning, talking about adaptation, because I wanted to be able to help people who wanted to collaborate musically and like then help them put it together. Mm-hmm. But something interesting happened. They learned how to do it themselves, and they don't need me.
Oh my gosh. So you saw the evolution happen so fast in people.
It was like, yeah, it was insane. I was like, oh, okay. I guess you don't need me anymore. But it's good because like the work has just been, so consistent that I want people to be independent. That's great. That makes them more powerful. They can do it themselves. There are apps like Acapella and other music collaboration apps where people can just do it themselves and they don't have to wait for me. So it's great. Yeah. I love it, so I think Music Cloud Lab was a good idea, but it's already been outdated, to tell you the truth.
So you're having a role beyond that, which is a challenge for you. I have a question about that in 1 second. Can you stop your screen share?
Oh, sure.
Then when they can see our faces.
Thanks.
Yeah. There we go. So how do you envision yourself having to evolve past even what you've been doing as a digital storyteller, because other people are figuring some things out?
That is a really great question, because I think both in the music and the video realms, I am, the things that I do, people are learning how to do them. And I'm happy that they know how to do them, because I want people to be successful and not be held down by needing an expensive professional to share their work. So because of that, I've just been constantly looking for the pockets where I'm needed, like asking myself,
smart.
How can I be needed? Like the Music Cloud Lab thing was cool and people needed it for a little while, but then once I realized they didn't need me anymore, I was like, okay, what other things are people struggling with? And I asked my community, I just asked individuals. And I realized from that information that there's a really big need right now for people who have been laid off, who need someone to just like help them manicure their brand as a professional. And a lot of them are not creative professionals. They're people who might work in logistics or a nonprofit or technology. And they have just been slapped in the face with this thing like everybody else. And they haven't updated their resumes or their LinkedIns in like maybe, I don't know, many years of like not having to think about job security and losing their job.
Yep.
So that is a place where I have found the need right now anyway. Like the needle is pointing there right now, and I'm following that direction wholeheartedly, because I feel like I'm happy for all the creative people who are doing their thing and they don't need me, but the people who need me right now, I think, are people who want to make their resumes look better and who need better copywriting for their LinkedIn, so that when people are hiring again, they're just like ready to go. They have everything looking slick and smart. And when they apply to jobs, they can be like badass about it. And so that's actually where I'm focusing a lot of my energy right now. It's just this like career, it's like a content type coaching thing, but I wouldn't say coaching really. I'm kind of just designing things for them and helping them, and it's fun.
Yeah, you're doing like graphic design and copywriting, which is huge.
Basically, that's a good way to put it.
Yep. Yeah, that's really smart. I know a lot of people who need those services right now, and you're so good. Like I said about your videos too, it's like you find the human and then make the thing look like that. Like you did my resume, my CV recently, and I feel like that is the only piece of paper that's ever come close to capturing me as a human professional. Like I feel really comfortable handing that over and not having to explain who I am.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. Because that's the thing about resumes that makes people stressed, I feel like, because I have felt it too, is you feel it's like an audition on a paper, and you feel like, how could this thing seriously sum up who I am? And you try to find a way for it to have personality. And so what I try to do is, like, I'll spend time with the client and I will ask, like, what kind of colors do you like? Do you want it? What are some words that you associate with yourself? Is it like elegant and smart, or is it like fun and crazy? Like, how do you want to come across to the person that you want to work for? And you're so right. You really hit the nail on the head with that, is that it is a great way to not just show what you've done, but show who you are. And I think that's really important for people to have.
Big time. I think it's pretty huge. Yeah, I'll definitely drop my resume so you can see, and you're welcome to share too in the comments.
Yeah, I've actually got yours quickly if you want me to show it right now.
Please do.
And also I can show the difference between like yours.
Yep.
And some other examples. So basically all of these started as a Word document, which is black text on a white background. Mm-hmm. And this is what yours turned into.
Yep. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is beautiful. Yeah. That's a nice resume. I like that. Very clean. It's very professional, very strong. I love the colors that you chose. And that's one thing I want to stress too, is that this is a collaboration. Like,
yep.
It depends on what the person wants. So that's yours. I love that one. Here's one that I did for somebody who's in more of like she's like in the shipping industry. So, and she's a manager. So this one just needed to be very, like, not too much with the colors, just very clean.
Yeah.
I really liked making that one. Here's one who I think, yeah, he's a teacher, director, musician. So this one was a good success. And then I really like this one as well. He's a creative director. He needed something that was cleaner. Yeah. Not too many colors. So if you compare this one to like this one, you know, this is kind of leaning more into a creative industry, so we could play with it a little more. Whereas this one needed to be a little more sharp on the edges. Yep. Yeah, so I really liked doing that. And what I try to tell people is that they should be marketing for the job that they want, not the jobs that they've had. So that's like a good way to approach it, so that you're not getting stuck in your past experience. You are looking towards the future. And now's a really great time to pivot towards all of those things that you've always wanted. And to be looking for the job that you want.
That's right. I think a lot of people are stepping back to really evaluate.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I think there's going to be a lot of shifts. I think there will be a lot of people changing careers, changing jobs, changing positions. And maybe that's a silver lining of having a more fulfilled work experience that will come out of all this. That's my hope anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. I see it coming.
Totally. So before we wrap up today, I'm wondering if there is any bit of content or wisdom that you can share with our audience, many of whom are creative entrepreneurs, artists, things like that. Is there anything you can leave us with when it comes to this pivot that we're having all to make?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of touching more on what we've talked about, that this is something that none of us have dealt with before. And so I think the first and foremost thing is to take care of your basic needs and have patience with how you adapt, because it's very exhausting. Yeah. And if you're in a position to create, then create. If you're tired, then don't create. Feel everything that comes with it. And if you are stressed out about, like, if you've been laid off and you're looking for a new job, it's cool that you're stressed out. I'm stressed out too. It's very normal. I would just say, like, take care of yourself and use this time to think about the job that you really, really want, and what kinds of changes you want to see out of your life. Because even though this is really hard, like you said, we're all going through a scanning process, right? And we're like reassessing our values and like, what do we want out of life? Because we're facing our mortality every day and our safety, and it's just a lot. And it is a time to think about what you value and to run towards the things that you care about. And you absolutely have the tools out there to either do it yourself or get help from people to position your life for the job that you want and for the activities that you want.
Yeah, for the life that you want, totally.
For the life that you want, yeah.
Yeah, I think that just to piggyback on exactly what you're saying is that we are seeing now that we have agency in a way. And this is a gift of reevaluation, even though it feels like a giant, very heavy thing that's happened. So I hope that a lot of people will take that away and continue to grow and evolve. And trust me, Jacqui, people cannot do what you do, especially when it comes to your videos. So we're not all going to be experts like you are, and we definitely still need your services once we can be back out and about.
Thank God.
Right? No, you trust me. You are an expert at what you do. So
thank you.
Good at it, especially the human part of your expertise. So if and when we get out of here.
Let me out of here.
Yeah. Oh, and in the meantime too, if people need their graphic CVs designed, and or content consultation, or in the future video production, how do they get in touch with you?
The best way to get in touch with me is to email me. I'm gonna share my screen one last time because I want people to follow my my Instagram.
Yes,
it's
awesome.
Journey Jacqui, and this is how my name is spelled. So I want people also to see that my name is spelled Jacqui. You can totally email me directly at JacquiOtano.com if you need video services or resume services or LinkedIn help. I'm here for it all, and that's my full-time job right now. I'm doing the resume thing. I'm enjoying doing the music thing on the side, but the resume thing, I'm all about it. I think it's so fun and so important.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's how you get in touch with Jacqui. Definitely go check her out. And I think other than that, Jax, we're gonna leave them. Finish the rest of the day. And thank you so much for coming on. I hope to leave our audience today with a feeling of possibility and like dwelling in what's ahead of us. And that might look different. I know that can be scary, but there are people out there to support you and to help you figure out those next steps.
Absolutely. And you're one of them.
And
you're doing it for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a pleasure to work with you always, Jacqui. And I think that's all. Anything
all right.
from you?
No, just thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure to talk to you. And I always learn something when I talk to you. So thank you so much.
Ditto, my friend. We will talk soon.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Bye.
Bye.